Hi. 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 Hello. Hi, I'm Francisco. Today I'm talking about a camera. This little guy, a little camera. Yashica L AF. The Yashica L AF. The Yashica L AF. The Yashica L AF. This is a little camera I got not too long ago. I've been doing film photography as a hobby. Still a hobby. It's fun. Like doing it. It's cool. Get those tones, Cool little camera from 1986. I actually got this on eBay, of course, but I got it in new condition, in its original box. That's kind of crazy. And it's actually right here. I've got it right here. Here's the box. It came with a battery. The battery was not working, so I had to order a new one. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes here. So I was shooting for a long time with just a regular 35 millimeter Pentax SLR, the Pentax K1. Love that camera. But I was looking for a simple, following other film photographers. A lot of them will carry a point and shoot. I wanted something that wasn't outrageously expensive for, just wanting something that I knew I was not going to have a lot of control over. Okay, let's talk about this camera. It came out in 1986. What else happened in 1986? I did write some notes down. Cool year. The Chernobyl nuclear reactor exploded. Yep, that happened. The Challenger space shuttle exploded. Yep. And the Oprah Winfrey show debuted. That's cool. That's a good one. That's a positive. And we got mad cow disease. And we got this cool little camera, the Yashica L AF, a autofocus point and shoot. It has a 32 millimeter lens with a focal ratio, an f of 3.5. So other point and shoots, I was looking for the fastest ones, and I think the Yashica T3 are at like 2.8, which is really good for a point and shoot lens. But from the quality I've seen, the photos I've taken with this camera, pretty good. And this was actually made in the same factory that the T3 was made in. And I know Carl Zeiss lenses are all the rage. That's the name you put on your lens that, shoots up its value considerably. This one does not have it, but rumor has it that it is a Carl Zeiss lens because it was only made 2 years apart in the same factory as the Yashica T3. I'll show you some video up close of how this camera operates in the sense of the way it opens. The front has so it's got a little door that opens and turns it on, reveals the lens. The side right here has a little switch that will open the back to insert your film. And it auto winds. It's got a shutter speed of 130 to 450th of a second. You can only use DX film on it. That means like the film canisters, the 35 millimeter ones that have they have like a barcode, but it's not really a barcode. They just have like you know what I'm talking about. They got that DX on there. The autofocus is pretty good. There is a flash on this point and shoot. Sucky thing, you can't turn it off. It is going to go off, not every time, but when it thinks it needs it. The image quality, so it's a nice lens, but it's not the sharpest when you're not using flash. If it's out in daylight and whatnot, you will get some nice grain. And I think nice in the sense that, it's a look. I'm very happy with it. About 80% of the time, it nails the lighting and focus. There are times the subject is out of focus that I want in focus, and it gets the background or it gets the foreground. It doesn't happen too often, but there have been a few shots I was bummed that I didn't get. It's expected. It can only do DX coded film from 100 ISO to 1000. I think if you insert a roll in there that isn't coded, it's just going to default to 100. So I'm going to get into, if you get this camera, good applications for this camera. I think it's really nice for a night out with friends, parties, concerts, that nighttime kind of deal with you're around people, because the flash on this camera will shine. It really gives you that fun sort of retro nightlife vibe that I think a lot of point and shoots, will succeed at. Sometimes it fails horribly, but most of the time you could get some really sick photos of your friends or just any sort of night situation. If you're running errands or just you're out and about, obviously it's small, it's compact. It came with this little pouch, original pouch for it. Oh, I never even mentioned who made this camera. Well, Yashica is the brand, but the makers of it are known as Kyocera. Kyocera. What the heck is that? Someone cutting their freaking lawn? um, Someone cutting their freaking lawn while I'm shooting a video out here outside. If you're running an errand and you got shit on you, you're driving, whatever, you don't really want to pack either a full medium format camera or even like an SLR that's got multiple lens switches on it. The thing about this camera is the simplicity. It's the way it's compact. It got this nice little pouch it came with. Right now I got my little recorder in here. That's how I'm holding it up. There's been several situations, especially before I had this camera, that I went somewhere on an errand, or it was just some sort of thing that wasn't really a social thing, where I would come across a moment that I thought, man, I wish I had a film camera with me, because this composition, whatever I'm looking at, would have been cool to shoot. It's got a low profile if you're a street photographer. If you shoot a photo of someone with this, if you ask if you can take someone's photo, they think you're like a cute little tourist, you're like, it's a simple, this is so innocent. There's something about this camera sometimes where it will not use flash in a low light situation, can give you a very nice sort of high contrast looking image that looks really nice, in my opinion. And that works especially well with black and white. I don't know what it is. It just looks so punchy. I think there's one where I got that was very underexposed, but once a little editing afterwards, it cranked that contrast up, which I'd already had in place, sort of. But of someone's like backyard, there was like a weird chair there, and it just came out with this like cool, like kind of haunted looking image that I'm a fan of. Okay, here's some of the negatives. Not like film negatives, like the bad things about this camera that I'm not a big fan of. For whatever reason, some of my first few rolls had like a weird line running through all the scans. And that might have been a scanning issue. It might have been a issue with the rolls themselves. But then in later rolls, it's disappeared. So I don't know if something in the camera was just scratching the film as it went along. It kind of comes with it, but it's not a very sharp camera ultimately. Without the flash especially, you're going to get like this is not a camera you would shoot like a professional photo shoot or anything with, unless you're trying to do something creative on purpose for that look. I feel like I've been squinting for most of this video. Just like, okay. We good? Dog done? Is the dog done? I hope. No more barking? Okay. Oh, God. Stop barking. Stop barking. Stop. Okay. You also don't have control with this camera at all, in the sense of there's no way you can do the shutter speed, no way you can control your aperture, there's no way to turn off the flash. It's got its own brain. It's making decisions for you. You're exchanging control for convenience here. But that's okay. Just let it happen. Let it happen. And I'm saying it's a negative because for some people it is. And there are cameras, point and shoots out there that will give you that extra control that you want. But this one ain't it, man. Last things I want to talk about are just the body. It's very 80s. It feels well made. I like the sound of the shutter. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Shout out to Red Letter Media. Okay. Yeah, it's got a nice body. I think it's nice. It's also pretty easy to insert film in here. I have had like zero issues where it won't like catch, really. I haven't had one of those issues at all. It winds easily. I took it to the beach once. Don't do that. I got some sand in it. Not too much. I easily blew it out, but it jammed while I was out there. Just honestly, people be doing them nice. beach photos, but be careful. You're risking it. Sand and cameras don't mix. Oh, let me talk about the packaging. So I bought it, it was new when I got it. Came in this box. Got some old styrofoam in here. It smells funky. But here's my favorite part about this. It's the manual. Comes with a little booklet manual, which is where I got like a lot of the information about the specs. My favorite part is that, I think the people who wrote this were Japanese. I love it because there are some example photos in here of like this. I think this camera was being advertised to like parents or home life people that like, if you got a little league team, Japanese little league team here on it. And it's like the last photo. And it's a great example of the kind of photo this camera can give you. The guy here in the forefront, the little dude in the front who's out of focus by a little bit, but you got everybody in the back perfectly in focus. I think it looks great. It's really cute. It's got that energy that, people be living in the 80s. They'd be having fun, no worries. No worries. 1986, nothing bad's gonna happen. It's got this Japanese lady, girl, woman, I don't know what to, showing off how you want to frame up. There's a lot more in depth I could go in on this camera. I'll link the manual onto YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link the manual, the online one, in the bottom, which I think it's online. Maybe it's not, and I'm lying. We'll see. I'll find out. Love the manual. It also comes with a warranty. You have to write your name on and like mail in. I don't think it works anymore. It's a 3-year warranty. You think it's been 3 years since 1986? Well, it would be a 3-year warranty after date of purchase, right? So, yeah. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I want to talk about. This was fun. Haven't done anything creative in a while, and I kind of just wanted to talk about something that pertains to a hobby that I do. I'm going to end this with showing some photos that I've taken with this camera, some that I like, some that I think just kind of show the kind of quality you can get out of this camera. I'm Francisco, also at Gearsaw on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. Don't follow me, but follow me if you want. Yeah, film is fun. Not sure what else I can tell you. I hope you're okay, Yeah, thanks for watching. I might make another one of these about a different camera or about a different subject or about something else, But I don't know. It feels good to talk. It feels good to talk. It feels good to talk about something. Thanks for watching. Let me stop this video. It might have stopped already. Ooh, we're at 38 minutes. What?